Hey guys, I'm here today to give you a short tutorial on how to use screencasting. For those that are unfamiliar with screencasting, it is basically a way to digitally record your computer screen and provide some narration over it like I'm doing right now. And um, screencasting is a great way to make your presentation unique. And so many people use the standard PowerPoint and Prezi, but it's not very interactive sometimes, and it's not something that's as versatile as the screencasting because you can pull up any website or any graph or any type of diagram and show the user, and they're able to get a visual of what you're trying to show them. So this is something that we're going to use with our IDP project this year covering income inequality. So we'll be looking at a graph on gapminder.com that's interactive. It shows the change of income inequality over time. So what we'll do is show that the user that graph and how it changes, and we're going to provide the user with some information on some hypotheses that we have developed based on our studies and research. So to get started, what you'll have to do is, as far as creating a screencast, is go to screencastomatic.com, and that will allow you to download a free program that is very user friendly. It takes only minutes to set up, so you'll be ready to create your screencast within minutes. And I'm really excited to see the work that my students produce this year with the screencasting app because it's something different, something unique, and it's very, like I said, very user friendly. And I'm just really excited to see what type of work they create with this great technology. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a short break. I'll be right back with you to provide you with some more information here in just a few minutes. Thank you. All right, so I'm back with some more information on how we're going to create our screencast. Well, as I stated before, we're going to use a site called gapminder.com to help us develop some hypotheses based on income inequality and how that in turn is going to affect our world. So, what we're going to do is for kind of our final part of our project is to create a screencast that explains our hypotheses. So we're basically going to use this graph right here to show the user and explain to the user exactly what we think and why we think it. So basically what we're going to do is like I said before, this graph is interactive, so it's going to change when we hit play. It's going to show this income inequality over time and what's happening to it in regards to our world. So I'll just go ahead and hit play and show you exactly what's going to happen. So it starts in about 1800, and as you can see, this graph is moving and is very interactive in the way that it changes. So basically, what you'll do is uh, provide some narration into, okay, these are my hypotheses. This is what I believe, and this graph supports it because. And so that's what, in turn, that's what your project will be. I want to go here in just a second once this graph stops at 2015 or 16. We're going to look at my hypotheses, and I'll kind of talk to you about what I would do in regards to how to explain it and things like that. So if we go down here, we're going to pull up my sample of hypotheses that in my Gapminder hypotheses handout. If you look, my first hypothesis is that as income inequality increases, poverty reduction will become nearly impossible. So, what I will do in my screencast is basically, okay, this is my hypothesis, my number one, and then I will go through and say, okay, as you can see, I may stop the graph and say, this is what the trends are as far as the graph goes, and just talk to the class about that. So, and then in turn, I would go to hypothesis number two, and it says as income inequality increases, the number of conflicts around the world will increase. So, again, I will talk about, okay, here's the United States right here. And then, here's another country. So basically, I can go through down here and look and see where these countries are. I can say the United States is here, and then you look at another country right here, and I can talk to the class or whoever I'm presenting to about how big of a gap that is and what type of conflicts or problems that can create. So there's a whole lot of different things you can do with this graph. It's going to differ from person to person based on their hypotheses, of course. So it's going to take some time to really become familiar and familiarize yourself with the graph in order to you know match it up to your hypotheses so that it makes sense. So that's one way I would go about it. So I would basically download your screencasting app, look at your gapminder.com interactive graph, and determine which parts you could use to support your hypotheses. And I think that's going to be a very effective way to, okay, explain to the class what you believe, support your thinking with the graph and real world data. So I hope this was a helpful tutorial on what I would do to create this screencast. A very simple, basically, when you download this product, you will be able to use it right away. You just hit record, and it counts down and lets you know when you're ready to narrate. Very simple. And once you finish, you can hit done and go ahead and export this to YouTube or an MP4 file or something to that effect so that anyone can access it at any time. That's another great point about a screencast is that as you finish, you think about people in today's world that are very busy and may not have time to be somewhere at a certain time to see a presentation. Well, something like this can allow you to put it on YouTube, and then anyone around the world can access it at any given time. So that's just another great advantage of a screencasting presentation. So I hope this was helpful. I hope that you learned a little bit on just how easy this tool is. It's very, like I said, very user friendly and very effective in the way that it delivers information. So thank you.